All right, calling to order the Cuyahoga County Council's regular meeting for Tuesday, May the 15th. Clerk, please call the roll.
Calling the roll, Mr. Hauser. Ms. Simon. Ms. Baker. Mr. Miller. Mr. Tuma. Mr. Gallagher. Mr. Schron. Ms. Conwell. Mr. Jones.
Here.
Ms. Brown. Here. Council President Brady.
Here.
You have a quorum.
All right, thank you. Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, do we have any anybody signed in for public comment?
Yes, we have one speaker, Ms. Liu.
Good evening. Did we miss one item on the agenda, the meditation? Oh, no, okay. Good evening. I'm here with a mixed feeling to report updates. Right now, it's about 15 days. Finally, the shelter on Payne Avenue has a new service providers. However, I would still like to file a grievance here. I couldn't send in the documentation to all of you because today has been a busy day. ODOT came here to have a meetings at the NOAC building, and I have been trying to work on something on transportation, so at least all the people in the shelter will have a bus pass, you know, so they can go to their appointments for housing and or for jobs. We really need RTA to step up on their establishment so we can have a affordable, accessible public transportation system for everybody. However, I'm here to tell you the story that last week, my interesting encounters with this new shelter manager. She actually has a very good working history in the field to help homeless people. However, her view to homeless people is not the same or ideally close to homeless people's needs. The first encounter with her was she heard a partial conversation between me and a caseworker. So she instructed this caseworker to put in my records that I refuse housing. Whatever I actually said at that time was I couldn't really meet housing person's schedule to make appointment to talk to that person yet. So I was trying to make a later arrangement so I would not have to worry about missing the time. Because right now, the shelter is still applying frontline service original shelter rules and regulations. Now, 2 days later, when I was talking to shelter manager again about something else, when I mentioned I will file grievance about what she said the other day, she actually told me filing grievance is a luxury. Then I kind of questioned her, and then she changed the words to privilege. Well, we already knew in the past, one of the big problems was about grievance, about the grievance process. It had words, but no real process. But now you are telling me it's a luxury, it's a privilege. So I'm very confused because YWCA supposedly is an organization for trauma-informed care. So if you tell me that, it's a little bit hard to understand. That particular night, I heard she told other residents if they went outside to finish the food, their bed probably will be taken away because the original frontline rules was no outside food and beverage. However, please remember, when Ms. Sanders from YWCA came here to tell you they will first use Frontline's rules, they did not realize Frontline gave them the original rules, not the rules after the 4 suicidal bargain meetings we had.
All right, Ms.
After the public hearing.
You're going to have to wrap it up.
I know. Thank you. So this is a story I would like you to know right away.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you. Any other public comment?
No, Mr. President.
All right. Would like a motion to approve the minutes for April 24th and April 26th and May 10th as printed on the agenda.
So moved.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The minutes are approved. And under item 7, I just want to say, you know, what everybody knows, and that's that we got over 70% of the vote. The good people of Cuyahoga County for the Health and Human Service Levy, issue 9. The people of the county, you know, continue to be unbelievably and wonderfully generous with us. And we, not only do we appreciate that, but I think we should all feel the burden of making sure that we spend those funds in the appropriate way and in the most efficient way and in the way that that gets the best results. And because we need to continually earn their confidence in us. Any public comment from the county executive this evening?
Yes, Mr. President, thank you. Just to add on to your comments, I also want to express my thanks and appreciation to all the people who worked on the levy and all the people who supported it. As you said, we have a great community and the levy is critically important. I wanted to add that the election day was smooth. The Board of Elections ran a very efficient and smooth election. Which is all the good news. The bad news is that we still only had 23.4% turnout in the county, which is nowhere near what we need it to be, what it should be. Voting is so important, so we still have a lot of work to do. I also want to just mention that a week from this Wednesday, May 23rd, we'll be hosting a Meeting of the Minds conference here in the county. You may recall that last year we hosted the major meeting that they have every year, which brings together hundreds of thought leaders from around the country to discuss issues of importance to communities. Next week is one of the regional meetings. There'll be about 70 leaders coming in. It'll focus on transportation issues, which I know is important to many on the council and certainly those of us in the county. The meeting will be from 5:30 to 7:30, and if any of the council members would like to attend, please let Eliza know, and we'll make that arrangement. Thank you.
Thank you. Legislation introduced by the council. Could I have a consideration of resolutions of council for first reading adoption under the suspension of rules? Could I have a motion to suspend rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Rules have been suspended.
Resolution number 2018-0093, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1800-172 with Zico Consulting for independent verification and validation services in connection with the Enterprise Resource Planning System project for the period February 2nd, 2018 through January 31, 2020, to change the terms effective May 1, 2018. No additional funds required.
Move to adopt. Second.
And this involves the contract that we have with ZIG to help us oversee the ERP program. If there's any questions about this particular legislation, please direct them to Mr. McAleer. This will allow ZIG to be able to come in more often, a more flexible schedule. There's a need for him to be here more often in this at the point that we're at now, and it won't be initially costing us any more money, but we do need the help and we need it now. Do you have any comments on this?
If I may add, Council President, Trevor Meckler, County Council staff, currently under the current contract that we have with Zico, he is required to be here 1 week a month. What we are requesting is to amend the contract that when we need him, that he can come in 2 times a month, or 2 weeks a month. So if he comes in 1 week a month, the set rate will stay in place. If we ask him to come in here 2 weeks a month, we'll pay him a little bit more for being here for the 5 days instead of being at his business in Colorado.
Any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Mr. President, Mr. Miller is also requested to be a sponsor on that legislation.
All right.
Resolution number 2018-0094, making an award to College Now Greater Cleveland in the amount of $500,000 from the Cuyahoga County Educational Assistance Fund for Component 2 of the Cuyahoga County Educational Assistance Program for the period ending June 30, 2022. Mr. Miller also asked to be a sponsor on this legislation.
So this is our, one of the components of our educational assistance program. One consists of the workforce, and this is the college side of things. And we've had them in committee, College Now, a couple times, and have heard how effective College Now administers our money, and the retention rate is really above the nation statistical retention. So it's really amazing. I advocate supporting this, and it's under suspension because they need this passed so they can begin with the next cohort to fund the scholarships.
Any discussion or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Consideration of a resolution of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2018-0095, adopting various changes to the Cuyahoga County non-bargaining classification plan.
And this will be referred to Human Resources. Council reports and consideration of ordinances of council for second reading.
Ordinance number 2018-0005, amending Title VII of the Cuyahoga County Code to clarify requirements regarding the use of casino tax revenue and update programs funded by such revenue.
And this item will be moved to the meeting on the 29th agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Ordinance number 2018-0006, amending Section 804.01C2 of the Cuyahoga County Code to increase the maximum amount of individual one-year renewable scholarships from $1,500 to $1,750. Additionally, Councilmember Miller would like to be a sponsor on this legislation.
All right, well, this will also be moved to the May 29th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Legislation by the executive, consideration of a resolution for first reading adoption under suspension of the rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2018-0096, extending the appointment of interim director of the Department of Health and Human Services, Walter Parfiowicz, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Move. Second. Is there any discussion about this extension? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2018-0097, confirming the county executive's reappointment of various individuals to serve on the District 1 Public Works Integrating Committee for the term June 22, 2018 through June 21, 2021, confirming the reappointment of various alternates.
And this will be referred to Human Resources.
Resolution number 2018-0098, authorizing the county executive to accept dedication of land for a part of Warrensville Center Road in connection with several permanent parcel numbers located in the city of Shaker Heights as a public street.
And this will be referred to Public Works.
Resolution number 2018-0099, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires resurfacing York Road from Pearl Road to Pleasant Valley Road in the cities of Parma and Parma Heights. Total estimated project cost, $3,420,000. Finding that special assessments will neither be levied nor collected to pay for any part of the county's cost of said improvement.
This will be referred to Public Works as well.
Resolution number 2018-0100, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires resurfacing East 131st Street from Miles Road to Forestdale Drive in the cities of Cleveland and Garfield Heights. Total estimated project cost, $1,940,000. Council President, several of these items after this that are public convenience and welfare are all asking for finding that special assessments will neither be levied nor collected to pay for any part of the county's cost of said improvement. And if I am able to do so, I'll just, after this, not read that part into the record at this point. Is that all right?
It's okay with me.
Okay, thank you.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2018-0101, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires resurfacing Mastic Road from the Fairview Park West Corporation line to Eaton Road in the city of Fairview Park. Total estimated project cost $1,690,000.
Public Works.
Resolution number
I'm sorry,
2018-0102.
hold on. Madam Clerk, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I'd like to add my name to
Please
support this
add
legislation.
Councilwoman Baker's name to this legislation.
Resolution number 2018-0102, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires resurfacing Hilliard Boulevard from River Oaks Drive to Lakeview Avenue in the city of Rocky River. Total estimated project cost $1,600,000.
Again, President, I'd like to add my name to this legislation.
All right,
Thank you.
very good. Public Works.
Resolution number 2018-0103, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires resurfacing Sprague Road from Broadview Road to the Broadview Heights, Seven Hills East Corporation line in the cities of Broadview Heights and Seven Hills. Total estimated project cost $1,310,000.
This will also go to Public Works.
I'll do it later.
Go ahead.
Add my name.
Please add Councilman Tron's name.
I like it in my district.
I got you.
Resolution number 2018-0104, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires resurfacing of an avenue and a road located in the city of Cleveland in connection with the 2018 Operations Resurfacing Program. Total estimated project cost $1,210,000.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2018-0105, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires resurfacing Cedar Road from Somme Center Road to Woodstock Road in the villages of Gates Mills and Hunting Valley. Total estimated project cost $1,200,000.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2018-0106, making an award on requisition number 41613 to Kokosing Construction Company Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $1,251,754 for resurfacing Wallings Road from Broadview Road to the Broadview Heights East Corporation line in the city of Broadview Heights, authorizing the county engineer on behalf of the county executive to make an application for allocation from county motor vehicle $5 license tax funds in the amount of $125,175.40 to fund a portion of said contract.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2018-0107, making an award on requisition number 42348 to Katz Construction Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $2,929,031.90 for resurfacing Pleasant Valley Road from State Road to Broadview Road in the city of Parma.
This will also be referred to Public Works. Mr. Tuma, do you want your name on this?
Yes, please.
Please put Councilman Toman's name on this. I have to admit, there's always been a lot of, Public Works has always carried quite a load, but it seems like there's more than there ever has been before.
But you have big shoulders.
And Mr. President, if you would add my name to 100.
Please add Councilman Jones's name to 100.
Okay. Resolution number 2018-0108, authorizing an agreement with the Metro Health System in the amount not to exceed $1,800,000 for the Metro Health Select Network Health Benefit Plan for county employees and their eligible dependents for the period January 1, 2016 through December 31, 2018.
Go to Human Resources.
Resolution number 2018-0109, authorizing amendments to various bank depository agreements for public funds, designating eligible institutions as public depositories of active and interim funds of Cuyahoga County for the period August 24, 2013 through August 23, 2017, to extend the time period to August 23, 2021, and to pay any fees in the total amount not to exceed $1,411,000 that are customary or normally charged in the course of doing business by various institutions, effective July 14, 2017, in accordance with the Uniform Depository Act of Ohio for the for the banks and in the deposit limits as printed on the agenda.
This will be referred to Finance and Budgeting.
Resolution number 2018-0110, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1600-242 with United Labor Agency Incorporated for operation of the Workforce Service Center, job seekers and employer services, and management of the on-the-job training program in connection with the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act for the period July 1, 2016 through June 30, 2018, to extend the time period to June 30, 2019, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $2,527,776.
This will be referred to education.
Resolution number 2018-0111, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1700-127 with Ohio Guidestone for community-based treatment center management services for the period July 1, 2017 through June 30, 2018, to extend the time period to June 30, 2019, to change the scope of services effective July 1, 2018, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,100,000.
This will be referred to public safety.
Resolution number 2018-0112, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1700-360 with Applewood Centers Incorporated for secure residential treatment services for the period January 1, 2018 through June 30, 2018, to extend the time period to June 30, 2019, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $952,000.
This will also be referred to public safety. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2018-0089, authorizing an agreement with and various payments to Dana Green for the purchase of property located at 430 Richmond Road, Richmond Heights, permanent parcel number 662-22013, in connection with the Cuyahoga County Airport Master Plan, as printed on the agenda.
Mr. President, make a motion to adopt.
Seconded, Councilman.
Thank you, Mr. President. On May 2nd, 2018, John Myers of Public Works came before the Public Works Procurement and Contracting Committee, explained this resolution deals with the purchase of a private residence, which is mandated by the FAA as part of a master plan to have this area raised. It's a safety issue there. And as planes approach, I want to make sure that that is not an issue. The costs here are going to be refunded by the FAA, and the cost of the real estate for the sale and purchase is going to be fair market value. So I would ask that my colleagues respectfully support this resolution moving forward. So.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2018-0090, making an award on requisition number 41759 to Neroni and Sons Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $1,915,278.25 for the Broad Rock Court sanitary relief sewer connection in the city of Parma.
Motion to adopt. Mr. President, on May 2nd, Mr. Marquardt came before a Public Works Committee. This resolution deals with the installation of sanitary sewer to meet the EPA requirements to eliminate septic systems in this area. The work there is scheduled to begin on June 1st and ends on May 31st, hence the request for second reading suspension. This did come in 17% under the estimate of the project, and I would respectfully request support from my colleagues on this resolution as well.
Say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2018-0091, making an award on requisition number 41397 to the Great Lakes Construction Company in the amount not to exceed $3,561,561.58 for the Towpath Trail Stage 1 from Harvard Avenue Trailhead to Steel Yard Commons in the city of Cleveland and village of Cuyahoga Heights.
Motion to adopt. Second. Mr. President, Mr. Marquardt and Ms. English came before the Public Works Procurement and Contracting Committee on May 2nd as well. This deals with the construction of a 3/4 mile multi-purpose trail. Went out to the lowest and best bidder. Out of 4 bids, it came in 0.3% under estimate. And the project is scheduled to begin June 4th, 2018, and end December 7th, 2019. This is another one of the phases that they've been working on with respect to the towpath trail stage. So again, I'd request my colleagues' support on this as well.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Mr. President, if you would add my name to the resolution.
Please add Councilman's name.
Resolution number 2018-0092, making an award on requisition number 42093 to Bechter Construction Company in the amount not to exceed $686,326.80 for rehabilitation of West 41st Street Bridge number 01.05 over Norfolk Southern Railway and Train Avenue in the city of Cleveland, authorizing the county engineer on behalf of the county executive to make an application for allocation from county motor vehicle $7.50 license tax funds in the amount of $586,326.80 to fund a portion of said contract.
Motion to adopt? And Mr. President, again, Mr. Marquardt came before Public Works Procurement and Contracting Committee. This is dealing with the rehab of a bridge to replace the bearings for beams and improve the beam seats. The project is scheduled to start June 4th, 2018, and the completion date is scheduled for September 7th, 2018. It went to the lowest and best bidder, 19% under the estimate, and I would request my colleagues' support on this resolution as well.
Thank you. And that's over the Train Avenue in the city of Cleveland. And for those of you who are not familiar with Train Avenue, you ought to go over there and visit it. I think you'll be quite fascinated by Train Avenue. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Ayes have it. Resolution is adopted. Consideration of a resolution for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2018-0081, authorizing a lease purchase agreement with Riverbed West in the amount of $25 for lease of county-owned property located along the Detroit Superior Bridge on West 25th Street in the city of Cleveland, permanent parcel numbers 00321-001 and 00320-004, for the Irishtown Bend project for the period May 1, 2018 through April 30, 2043.
Motion to adopt? Second. And, Mr. President, this item would support the Irishtown Bend project along the Cuyahoga River. This is a $100 million project being jointly managed by the Port Authority and Ohio City, Inc. to create new park space and reinforce the bulkheads along the Cuyahoga River between the Detroit Superior Bridge and Columbus Road. This is an opportunity to create a new public park space between West 25th Street and the Cuyahoga River. And it's also going to be an important connector to the towpath and Centennial Trails up to the lakefront. In this situation, in this resolution, the county's been asked to enter a lease purchase agreement for 2 county-owned parcels located just south of the Detroit Superior Bridge, and the lease has a base term of 25 years at $1 per year, after which the tenant would be able to purchase the parcels for $1 from the county once the project is complete, and the county would retain service access to the bridge for any necessary maintenance or repairs. It will be completed in phases, and phase 1 is expected to begin next month to reinforce the bulkheads along the river, and I request your support on this legislation as well.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Yes, Councilwoman, I'm sorry.
To the chair and to my colleagues, Office of Homeless Services as well as Ohio City, Inc. has done a very outstanding job in trying to work with the homeless population that is up under there, and I believe that we only have maybe a couple of more residents that need to be removed from there. And they obviously do not want to stay in the shelter, so living outside, it's been a tremendous, the community partners have done a great job, and I just wanted to say that we're not overlooking that population. They are being taken care of.
Thank you, Councilwoman. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Miscellaneous committee reports starting over here.
Mr. Chair and my colleagues, Finance and Budget will meet at its regularly scheduled time on Monday, May 21st at 1 p.m. It's an important meeting. It includes the first quarter update, the review of the April ERP report, a presentation on early childhood education, and also legislation on depositories. So plan for 2 hours, maybe even a tad more, so it's a major meeting. Thank you.
Mr. President, Public Works will meet at its regularly scheduled time on the 23rd. It should be a pretty quick meeting.
Got jokes.
1 o'clock Tuesday.
All right.
HHS is the first of a two-part series on May 16th, starting tomorrow at 1 p.m., hearing on DCFS policies and protocols regarding children in county care.
Community development is not scheduled for this week.
HR appears to have a scheduling conflict, so the members of the committee will be notified by Ms. Johnson on when we will try to convene. So.
All right, thank you.
Education Environment, May 23rd at 3 p.m. for the item that was referred today.
All right. Miscellaneous business, Councilwoman Baker.
Thank you, Chair. Although it's a bit far out, July 17th will be our next Rules Committee to discuss what the Charter Review Commission has been discussing and hopefully by then proposing. I also wanted to bring to the attention of our council members that if there are any charter amendments that you are considering, please bring them to my attention so that we can also take recognition of them and get them perhaps in line with what's going to be proposed. But Tuesday, July 17th at 3 o'clock will be our meeting to discuss what we're given by the Charter Review Commission. They are meeting tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I plan on attending to see how their progress is going.
All right, thank you, Councilwoman.
Mr. President, if I might.
Yes, sir.
Councilwoman Sunny Simon has been gracious enough to allow me to chair her Education Committee. It's a ways out, the first Monday in June. We will have a presentation from the evaluator who evaluated our CTAG initiative. He will come and present for the superintendents of the schools impacted. They have the results, but they are going to have an opportunity to hear from the evaluator himself the results and the outcomes and the positive impact we've had on the lives of these high school children, these at-risk high school children. So we've invited the foundations. We've invited the media. We've invited many parties who are connected with this success. And so it will not only be an unveiling of that information, but an opportunity to celebrate the success of these children. So it's open to everyone, and we'll mention it more again as we get closer.
Thank you,
But
Councilman.
Monday, June 4th,
Thank you,
10
Councilman.
a.m.
Anybody else? Councilman Miller, and, okay, hold on.
Just like to bring to everybody's attention that I'm going to be presenting at the Charter Review Commission tomorrow a draft amendment on including the Inspector General in the charter. And although I'm going to be presenting the amendment, it's actually not my amendment. This language contains the thread of our discussion on this topic as it's developed over the last 6 years, and it includes the input from a lot of people. So I'm hoping that the Charter Review Commission will hear this favorably and recommend something on this subject to the council. Thank you.
Thank you. Was there, Councilwoman?
Is everybody done? Okay, so Saturday night was a fundraiser for the Friends of the Cuyahoga County Animal Shelter. It's the first year the organization was formed to support the shelter. It was a huge turnout, a huge success, and I want to let you know that we are now on the map nationally as a county shelter that surpassed all other shelters in our release rate, the lowest, one of the lowest euthanasia rates. So we've turned this around significantly since when we started. So it's Mindy Naccioni is going to be speaking at a national conference about what we're doing here in the county. So that was really positive. I had a town hall meeting and Executive Budish attended about the fallout of opiate crisis, the impact on women and children in foster care at the county. So it was a really good panel, and thanks for coming. And I think if when I know my colleague Conwell has these series, it's something, a different angle on how we're impacted by this crisis, because it's just so many different ways. So I just want to say thank you to the executive, and those are my two pieces.
Thank you very much, Councilwoman, and congratulations. I know you've been working very hard on this as long as I've known you. Yeah. Anybody else? No further business before the council. We stand adjourned.